So you have players actually also play moving who used to not play it. And we are in the game of Sadziu versus Kirania in the no move round right now.
Yeah, jumping in. First game went to Sadziu in moving. Exactly the opposite as I said. Pro analyst, by the way.
Happens.
Where are we? Is this a Colo pole with a Colombian pole with the marking on it?
It should be, definitely, with the Google car as well, which has like a slight black tint to it, so it should be Colombia. Looks very sandy though, but at the same time hilly, which is a bit weird, I would say. Because the sandy parts are more in the north in Colombia.
There are some weird pockets in Neiva,
the north is usually more flat, so it was north anyway. So yeah, you have a little bit of mountains up there, but
yeah, there's a huge ridge basically on the sea. See there, and that's a very hard region to get just because it looks like both the north and the south at the same time. So Sadziu getting a pretty decent guess, not very close to it, but
yeah,
taking 1.3k points.
And we are in Argentina. Sadziu making a plunk down in Rosario. He's trying to look for a right angle maybe, because he checked the angle of the road. And most towns in Argentina have a certain pattern in their grids, so you can use that to region guess. In this case, he was pretty close, but Kirania not too far away.
Yeah, let's hope Kirania can make some points here, because he needs this win to get into the NPZ.
Yeah.
And this almost looks like Germany to me. I didn't see what copyright we had, maybe.
Sadziu is looking
like
for
a
23. I would agree. It looks German. In first glance, I thought Netherlands because the road was very narrow and you have a lot of wind turbines, but that also happens in Germany. And I think the building looks way more German than Dutch. And it was indeed Germany, but almost in Denmark. They are very far north, which makes sense with the flatness combined with the wind turbines.
Indeed. Whoa. Okay, this is... Wait. Oh, which one was this? It's the Argentina tracker. Yeah, I think Kirania knows.
Would you say this is famous?
This is very famous, but I'm very bad with tracker coverage, so...
Yeah.
I think Kirania knows it because he instantly zoomed into the national park.
Yeah, but by the looks, even though it is a tracker...
We have a US guess. This might be the game.
US versus Argentina. It was indeed Argentina with 2.5x damage. That's definitely game here.
12k damage.
Right on it.
Sadziu had
Even
a good
if
start.
Sadziu would have been somewhere in the south of Argentina, I mean, Kirania was 13 kilometers off here. So he was definitely in the right park.
Yeah, sometimes you just have to know every single tracker. Even though the coverage is super limited, the tracker usually just goes for like 5 kilometers, which is... And it looks so different than the rest of the country, because I've never seen a structure like that in Argentina anywhere else.
Yeah, definitely.
But you know, that's the beauty of trackers. You get to regions that are not accessible by roads, really.
Yeah, definitely.
And they can look like that, so...
And we jump right to the next game mode, which is NMPZ. And they are both on the map already.
And they're
right
both
away.
on the right road, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah.
Or very close to it.
Close to it. We are in Eastern Mongolia here. With the greens, a dirt road.
Yeah, we
This
cannot
does
explain
make
everything
a lot
here
of
just because the
sense.
information is very limited.
Yeah.
But as you see, these players don't really need that much information.
Nope. And this should be
It's Japan.
Japan. However,
We might have a
again,
Tohoku plate,
the
but I'm not sure.
top doesn't look useful.
It was Tohoku, yeah.
Wow. Very
Plate
far
was
north
visible.
there. It looked definitely a bit colder, but at the same time, it's very hard to commit in Japan sometimes.
Especially if you take seasons into account.
Yeah.
Okay,
Or
this
if-
is interesting. We have
Yeah.
a Poland guess. I'm not sure what this is.
Versus Sweden, and it was indeed Sweden. Yeah, Kirania was trying to put the pressure on. Sadziu had a couple more seconds to think through it. Got the right country there, which gives him a good lead now.
And I'm not really sure what this is. This looks like Mexico to me just by the landscape with the yellow line in the middle.
Yeah, we have a yellow line.
Could this be anything else?
I don't see anything else because it is too tropical. I mean, with yellow lines, what do you consider?
I mean, anything in the Americas, really.
Yeah. But I would say anything south of the US.
And I really like the Nayarit guess for some reason, because it looks like nothing in Mexico, really.
Yeah.
Nayarit is very
making
weird.
a safety guess around Mexico City.
And CMX would have been the closest guess. That is a classic round of Mexico.
Definitely, definitely. Especially if you don't pick up a strong vibe.
Speaking of vibes, how do you guess this?
Good question. Looks somewhat rich, so I can understand the Kuala Lumpur guess on both sides, but it was actually pretty far north, almost on the border to Thailand.
Yeah, urban rounds, pretty much impossible to guess. Well, getting the country is already impressive enough, I would say. So,
yeah, and we have a Generation 3 camera, wintry, which by default should be Bulgaria.
yeah.
Indeed is.
There's only 3 countries which you consider, which is Bulgaria, Hungary, and Czechia. And out of those with the cracked pavement, everyone just goes Bulgaria there.
Exactly. We're getting pretty close to round limit already. We are on round 7.
But
With
on NMPZ,
4x damage.
on NMPZ, I don't think we'll reach the round limit, especially with a round like this.
With a round like this, it can already end here. India is big enough to give you the needed points.
I don't know whether it's
for
more north or
Sadziu.
south.
It was indeed more south, and Sadziu's picking up the win here against Kirania in the NMPZ game.
In NMPZ. Actually, everything happened opposite what we said.
Everything we predicted was very much the opposite.
That's a good thing though, because that means that every match will be interesting regardless of what we think the match will go.
Yeah.